So facial aesthetics, on the whole, it includes things like your Botox and your fillers. I think you need to kind of differentiate. So your Botox is a toxin that you inject into the skin. It works on muscles and muscle movement. So any areas where you've got strong muscle, particularly like your upper face, around the forehead, around the eyes, your Botox is great for that. It just minimises that sort of movement and therefore gives a softer appearance, and it sort of, in a way, eliminates those lines. We tend to say any lines that are already created at rest, that isn't due to particular muscle movement, they're the areas where your fillers would come in. There are a huge variety of filler products that we can use out there, depending on the areas that you want to treat. But primarily when we look at fillers, we can treat around the tear trough area, building structured cheekbones, creating jawlines. We can do things around the neck and décolletage area, even things like the back of the hands, and it just helps to rejuvenate the skin. Again, depending on what sort of type of fillers that you use, we can use those to treat different areas. Lips is also a really good one, a really popular one that we have. Maybe more towards the slightly sort of younger patients, but also in some of the older ones where the lips become thin over time. It's really good just to give a little bit of definition back. If you're thinking about having, obviously, things like your facial aesthetics, the consultation part is really important. We would book an appointment in, you would sit down with me for a good half an hour. We would look at, obviously, your concerned areas. We would talk about what would be best fit in terms of the type of products that we use for you. We'd also look at profile balancing, which is a big one for me because I think as ourselves, we may concentrate on one particular area that we're focused on, that we maybe want improvements on. However, I always tend to kind of draw back from that and look at it as a bigger picture, and say to you, okay, this might be the problem area. However, in order to achieve that, we might need to create this or that in other areas. So I think that profile balancing, and this is that chat to me and that consultation, is really, really important, that we make sure that we are sort of treating and giving you the best result that we can achieve at the end of it, basically. I've been in the aesthetic trade now for a number of years. It started off with very sort of basic Botox training, but since then it's been a long journey of various different courses targeting specifically on different facial aspects in different areas. And yeah, I've worked with a lot of products, so I've got a really good background of what's good in terms of what I need to use it for. Being a dentist and having that medical background gives me that extra training with regards to facial anatomy. We know where the vital structures are, and it's so important, especially when it comes to things like fillers, that it's injected in the right place. Not only does it create the result that we want at the end, but it means that we are keeping it safe. We are not occluding structures, vital structures that we shouldn't be doing, and that we are keeping everything within safe limits. If you've got any concerns with any aspect of your skin, I'm also a big believer on skincare, and that's something we would run through with you. But I just think if you've got any concerns with your skincare, it's all about our self-confidence and how we feel within ourselves. It's definitely something we can look at, and even if it just means that it makes you feel better about yourself in whichever way, and you feel more confident walking out there on a day-to-day, then that's what we're here for.